Hey guys, Kadoji and welcome to another video. And as you can see here, it's actually time to review the perfect grade 160 scale red frame. So let's take a look. So I disassembled the red frame, so let's have a look. So first we have the feet, followed up by the legs, which are really detailed. We have the arms, the hands, a really cool looking head, the skirt, the chest, the sword holder, shoulders, and of course the katana. So what I'm going to do is actually review the red frame by pieces. So I'm going to go through the individual pieces. And the first I'm going to start with is the sword. So this is the sword. Let's unsheath the sword. So the bottom of the sword is decorated with a gold finish inlay, and it's very shiny. And with the Master Grade red frame you get this piece, but then in a sort of orangey yellow color, which I pretty much dislike because the gold finish is very cool looking. So yeah, this is the handle. As you can see, these strokes, they are black, and the handle is gray. And we even have this gold bamboo pin to hold the sword together, just like a real samurai katana. Then we have the handguard, which is also a very shiny gold finish and looks really cool. It's very, very decorated, if you can see it. And from the bottom as well. And the blade of the sword is slightly curved, just like a real samurai katana. And then you have a blood greave. And that's actually to make the sword lighter, but not decrease its strength. And the sword even has a Hamon line, so an etching line. You can see those waves over here. That's the Hamon line. So very cool they did that with this kit. Really cool. And this is the sheath of the sword. So it's just a gold finish red white sheath. So the sword holder has two rubber bands inside it, and that prevents the sword from slipping. So imagine if you don't have the rubber bands and you hold the sword like this, it will just fall out. And with those rubber bands it will just stay in and won't fall out. So it's really cool. And also what belongs with the sword is this sword holder. So actually equip this on the side skirt, and you can just put the sword in, like this. So you just put it into the side skirt, and then you can wield the sword. Although the sword holder is sometimes a bit loose, but it doesn't really matter. It looks really, really cool. So that is the sword part. And what I'm now gonna show you is the chest. So here's the chest of the red frame, and I must say it looks really amazing. I really like how they proportionate the colors with each other. So like this whole chest piece is black with black under it, and then red under the black. It looks really cool. And you have a white color for the head area where you equip the head. And of course these are for attaching the hands and the shoulders. And here we have the backpack. Which looks really cool as well. You have these clear parts here as well. And it can rock a bit like this as well, not too much. And yeah, that's pretty much the chest. And when I actually built my Gundams, I never really put the pilot in the cockpit. So if I just very carefully do this, as you can see here, it's a all red color cockpit, and there's no guy inside. I just don't like that. So let's put it back. So that's the chest. And now let's get over with the shoulders. So you have two shoulders, of course, and I must say they just look like white red shoulders. I really hoped actually that they put some gold on it to give it more detail. But they're really cool as well. As you can see, you have all these carvings over here. So if you just want to paint, you can paint that silver or gold, any way you like to give it more detail. Might just do that in the future. So yeah, 2 shoulders. Then we go to the hands. So you have 2 sets of hands. And every finger is individually jointed. So you get a lot of movement, as you can see here. So let's take this finger. See, you can move the bottom part of the finger, the mid part, and the top part. And that's with all those fingers. So it's really amazing. So you have a lot of detail and a lot of posability. So yeah, 2 hands. Then we have, of course, 2 of the arms. And these 2 don't just bend like a normal master grade arm or perfect grade arm. They just, as you can see, a normal master grade arm will just go up and down. But with most perfect grades, you can slide the whole arm out, as you can see. So there's a lot of pieces moving. So that is really cool. So I think every perfect grade has that, so that the arm can all move with all these mechanics. Not sure though, but I only made like 2 perfect grades. The Strike Freedom and the Red Frame. So yeah, 2 arms. So here we have the skirt, and I must say it looks really amazing. I really like these pieces, the front and the back piece. They're really stylish. And of course here we have for the legs to attach them to. And of course a peg or a hole for the waist. And what you can also do is, oh come on, you can actually open these. Okay, no, yes, as you can see here there's a hole, and what that is for, as I mentioned earlier, you can put the sword holder in like this, then grab the sword, then come on, press a little bit, and there you have it. So you can equip the sword onto the Gundam, and it's pretty sturdy as well. If I rock it, it won't come loose. Really cool. And let's put the sword holder out again. And what I did have is with this piece, it's coming off all the time. I don't know if it's just with my kit or others, but it comes off all the time. So yeah, that's the skirt. Put that back there as well. And then we have the legs. And these are massive Gundam legs. It looks really cool as well. And again, when you bend the leg, the whole leg goes with it. So all these mechanics go with it if you bend the leg. And I think that's only with perfect grades. I'm not sure if that's the same with the real grade, but I only seen that in perfect grades. As you can see, this can move a bit as well. Don't want to pop it off, but it can move a bit as well. Oh, okay. And then we have the feet, or the foot. It can move a bit like this and wobble like this. It can move all the way up like this. That's pretty crazy. And on the bottom of the leg you have these black pads, and therefore for the Gundam not slipping. So if you have a really heavy Gundam, let's say this red frame, and you don't have those pads, it will slip sometimes very easily. With this pad, as you can see, if I push it, it's very sturdy, so it just stays in place. Really cool. And now it's actually time to assemble the red frame. So let's do that. So here we have the red frame, and it's obviously a bit too big to fit on my tripod with my camera. So I'm gonna just, well, do it in pieces. So I'm gonna put it back on. So this is the hand, and all these fingers are individually jointed, so you can move them as you like. So the top part, the middle part and the bottom part move all together. So you can just pose them if you like. You can make a fist as well. And inside of the hand you have a peg, and it's actually for the sword. So if you can see here, this is the sword. You have these holes that goes into the peg on the hand. And then we have the arm, and it can move quite a lot. So if you just like this, it goes all the way up. So really cool. Oh. And I think it can go to the side as well, very far, like this. So yeah, really cool. Then we have the shoulders, they can wobble a bit. Then the head is actually, I can show you, oh come on, go off, on a ball joint, so you get a lot of movement. So you get, it can move, no, it can't move 360, but it can nod a bit, like this, yes, no. And one problem I had is the V-crown. Although it looks amazing, it sometimes just falls off, because as you can see here, if you poke it sometimes, it'll just pop off. And I must say, although it's a very simple design, it's very catchy and looks really cool, especially on the red frame. Then we have the chest. You can just rock it side to side and go a bit left right, like this. So just a piece fell off. Oh, okay, it's back. Then we have the skirt. They can move up a bit and down a bit. And of course, both these skirts can open, so you can put a sword hole in it. And then we have the legs. They have a lot of articulation, so they can bend all the way like this. And now when you bend it, you can see that all the pieces and the mechanics in this leg are going with it. So just like you're just putting the leg up, but all these pieces extend with the leg. So that's really cool. And that's really why most perfect grades are very cool with all these gimmicks. And it goes side to side like this, a little bit of a kung fu kick. And it can go forward a bit like this, but the skirt's in the way. Then we have the feet, or the foot can wobble a bit, can go up all the way like this. And you have, I think these are frosters for the bottom of the feet, I think so. So yeah, so that's it for articulation. And what I'm going to show you guys now is how to equip the sword, of course. So I think I'm on a 10-minute mark, so I'm gonna call this part 1, and I'll see you guys next time in part 2.